Hello everyone, this is Mr. Dupuis. This is the first video that I'm going to kind of walk you through how to get through the LMS. First thing I'd like you to do is just play around with some of these functions, these links at the top here. They'll bring you around to different areas of the LMS system. It's good to get familiar with them. Another thing that you'll want to get familiar with is your mail up here. This is where whenever you see a message there, that means either I've messaged you or another student has messaged you. So keep track of those. If you're seeing a number, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 on there, that means you haven't been checking your messages for a while. Make sure you're keeping track of those. Another thing that I want you to pay attention to is these news items. Each day I'm going to post a new news item. Certain times there'll be a couple, so make sure that you are reading. So for instance, it will tell you the day here as well as the actual date. Make sure that you are looking at the right days and completing the appropriate assignments for that day. So for your first day, Thursday, July 3rd, you'll see that there are a number of things that you're going to want to do here. So it says first, read through this whole thing, but it's going to tell you to go through the orientation module. Each time you see a new activity, it's going to have a number. Let's just say read through all of activity 1 introductions, including, it'll tell you what to read through. You're going to see that it's going to be the same in every single assignment. It's going to tell you to read through the expectations, the content sections, as well as the assignment, okay, and then to complete the appropriate assignment. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to click on this. Anytime you see a blue, something written in blue, that means it's a link. And you can see when I scroll my mouse over it that it's going to bring me there if I click on it. So we're going to go ahead and click on it, and this is what the orientation module will look like. Chances are you've already begun this, or you've started, or you've completed it, but this is kind of what each lesson is going to look like. So it's going to tell you to read through the overview, so we'll do that. You're going to read through the expectations, so again, read through the content. And as you're reading through the content section, I'm going to present you guys with a number of links. It's a really good idea to be going to those links. Just like if your teacher at school said, okay, I want you to read this article, you wouldn't just throw it on the side of your desk and wait for everyone to get caught up to where you are. You're going to read it, okay, because there's a specific purpose that your teachers told you to read that for. So again, these blue types are going to be links, so click on those and do what it's going to ask you to do. Keep reading through. Okay, we're going to go to the next section, which will be our Content 2 section. Okay, you can see it's Content 2 up here. Again, read through it. Okay, you're going to see some blue links, so again, click on them, and it'll open up the specific pages you need to go through. Okay, and then after you've gone through all your reading, you're going to go to the assignment link, okay, which is going to tell you the task that you need to complete for that particular activity. In this case, it's going to be a discussion. Okay, so you'll click on that discussion link. It'll open up a tab in which you're going to be asked to write on a specific topic. Okay. So that's going to be the same for the entire orientation module. It's going to tell you to go through these activities. And the point of those activities is actually getting you used to the LMS system. Okay, so what I'm doing hopefully will be redundant here because you'll be such an expert on how to use the LMS. So go through this whole orientation module. It'll take you about 2 hours to get through if you're doing it right. And then the second part that you're going to be responsible for today is our first activity for history. So each day you're going to see it's going to look like this. I'll tell you the unit that we're on, and then I'll tell you the activities that we are going to be responsible for today. Now today we're only going to be doing one activity because you've done the orientation module, which took a lot of time, and I didn't want to bombard you with too many assignments. So we just did this one activity. Now, for each one, it's going to say, read through A1, World War I erupts, or whatever the name of that activity is for the day. It says you're going to read through the overview, expectations, content, and assignment. It says then you're going to complete the following assignments and send them to the appropriate Dropboxes. So we're going to do a Unit 1, Activity 1 assignment, which is called Causes of World War I Questions. Okay, you'll see each one. I will always list a due date. As a rule of thumb, the due date, if it says Friday, July 4th, 2014, that means at 11:59 p.m., minute before midnight of Friday, that assignment has to be in. At 12 o'clock midnight, that assignment closes, which means you can no longer submit it. Okay, so there's no exceptions. Make sure that you are handing things in on the specific due dates. As a rule of thumb, you got about 48 hours. So this activity would have opened up at 12 o'clock midnight on Thursday, which means you have 48 hours, to get through this entire activity and submit it before Friday, July 4th at 11:59. Okay. You'll see also that you've got a discussion that you need to be doing, okay, and then when it's due as well. So I'm going to show you how to get into these things. So for this activity, it's going to say click on this World War I erupts link, and it'll open up a new tab up here. Again, I open them up in tabs so that you can switch back and forth to what we were doing. So it told us to read through the overview. So again, read through this overview. It said to read through the expectations. Now, I'm not going to demand that you read through these expectations every day. You'll see a lot of similar things being asked of you. Okay, if you want to, you can read through those. It's just telling you that I got my information from the curriculum document, and that I'm being curriculum-based sound. Main thing you want to do is get through the content section and the assignment section. A little tip that I'm going to give you is before you get into the content section, click on the assignment link, because this is going to tell you what you need to be looking for as you get through the as you're going through the content. So it says complete the following assignment and submit your work to the Dropbox. We won't click on that yet, but it says complete the following assignment, cause of World War I, and remember to type your name on every page of your document before you upload it. So let's click on this little guy. It's going to open us up, okay, and since you've already set up your folders, like I told you to in the last video, we're just going to save this as, so you're going to click on Save As, okay, and we're going to put it within, so we're going to find that folder. So again, I called mine eLearning 2014. We're going to click on Unit 1, Canada and World War I, and we're going to create a new folder, if you haven't yet, called number 1, World War I Erupts. So we'll click on that, and I've created this file called Unit 1, Activity 1, Assignment. Sorry, my daughter's interrupting. Let me just pause. Okay, so my apologies. So like I was saying, you're going to create this file. I would call it the Unit 1 Activity 1 Assignment, just like it says right here, Unit 1 Activity 1, and then Assignment. Okay? Name it that, and then save. Okay, so I've already created it, so there it is. Okay, and then it's going to give you the option to open it, hopefully. Yeah. Give it a second. Alright, so we're going to open that file up. So this is the assignment that you're supposed to be doing for this particular activity. So we're going to wait for Word to open up. As a rule of thumb, a lot of these assignments will be opened up in Word, so make sure you have Microsoft Word. You want to go click on Enable Editing so that you can throw some of your answers in here. Okay, so this is going to be a question-answer sort of activity that's going to be based on the content section. So that's why I said you should open up the actual assignment first, so you know what you're going to be looking for as you go through the content section. So most questions are going to be in order, or most assignments are going to be in order for these question and answer assignments. So you can just click on one question, read it through, find the appropriate answer, okay, in our content section. So I'll open up the content section here again. Okay, so now let's go back and see if we can find the answers to the specific questions that are being asked of us in the actual content section. So we're going to read through this, okay, do everything it tells us to do, okay, click on any links that it says to click on, and we're going to finish our assignment. Once you've finished your assignment, make sure you're saving as you go. Okay, so it's saved now. Once you've finished your entire assignment, read through all the content sections. So again, there's more up here. Okay, so we read through all the content section on both pages. We're going to click on assignment. Okay, and we're going to do what it told us to do. So we've already opened up and saved this file. Now we're going to submit it to the Dropbox. So you're going to click on this little link once we've done the entire assignment, and click on the Dropbox. Okay, and it tells us a bunch of stuff that we need to know about this Dropbox, when it's due, and all that sort of fun stuff. It gives us some instructions. Make sure you read these instructions. Put your name on the page like it says to do. Okay, and then we're going to click on this one right here that says Add a File. So for this one, we're just going to go Upload, and we're going to go and find that particular file. So again, remember where you saved it. Mine, okay, again, is in eLearning. It's in Unit 1. I saved it in the first activity, which is World War I Erupts, and there it is. So I'm going to click on it, open it up, and you'll see it will upload here. When you see it's got this little blue link here, okay, that's going to give us the option to look at it. I would suggest getting in the habit of doing that. So let's look at it to make sure we got the right file. Okay, and we'll just open it up just to make sure we got the right file. It'll let me open it. There it is. Okay, and there's my file. So that means I got the right file, so we're good to go. Okay, and we can add it. If it's not the right file, you can delete it by clicking on this, but don't do that unless it's the wrong file. So we're going to click Add. Okay, but you're not done yet. This is where a lot of students make the big mistake and they just exit. It's not added yet. You've just set an assignment as an attachment. Okay, we still have to submit it, so make sure you do submit it. Okay, and it will confirm that you sent it because it'll send you an email. Okay, when you're done this point, you can hit Done, and you're done that particular assignment. So you can see here that it'll take you right to the Dropbox, and it'll show you all the assignments that you've done. Any of these blue links are assignments that you've done. These ones are assignments that are yet to be done. Okay, don't scare yourself by looking through them all. You might get overwhelmed. Okay, another thing that you'll want to do is make sure you're completing all the assignments for that day. So what I've done is I've gone back here to Unit 1, Activity 1. I'm in the assignment page, and it now has a discussion post that I have to do. Okay, so you're going to read through the particular question that I've asked of you, okay, and then enter the discussion area. So we're in the discussion area, and it's going to tell us something that we need to discuss. Okay, so we need to, well, it's not open up to me yet because I haven't set up a discussion post here. But for you guys, it'll say set up a new discussion post or a new thread. You're going to click on that, and you're going to set up your own thread. Okay, so discussion postings and Dropbox postings work fairly similar. Just make sure that you're going to them from the actual activity page, like I've done right here. Okay, it's the easiest way. It'll cause you a lot less stress. Your files go to the right Dropboxes rather than trying to go through up here. It's a complete nightmare trying to submit things through this. So just do it the way I've just told you here, and life will be good. Okay, so that's the end.